Brilliance Audio presents Falling Star by Terri Osburn. Performed by Tanya Eby. Chance Colburn looked about as comfortable as a lumberjack trapped at a royal tea party. Though Naomi Mallard hadn't been involved in planning Chance's 32nd birthday festivities, she knew exactly why the swanky historic mansion had been chosen as a venue, and likely, so did everyone else in the room. That was the thing about being famous. You were always in the spotlight, whether you wanted to be or not. Chance knew this fact better than most. As a publicist, Naomi rejected the old adage that there was no such thing as bad publicity. Whoever originated the cliché had clearly never worked in her field, especially not in Nashville. Though some artists had been forgiven their sins over the years, there were many more who'd never been heard from again due to one transgression or another. If Chance Colburn wasn't careful, he could end up the newest name on the banished and forgotten list, and take Naomi down with him. Her being in such a precarious position fell squarely on the broad shoulders of Clay Benedict. The label exec knew nothing of her history with the bad boy singer, but he did know that signing Chance had been a risk a brand new record label should not have taken.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you were trying to hide.
Speak of the devil. Naomi bit back a snarky reply. I'm not hiding. I'm observing.
Observing from behind a plastic ficus?
Clay asked, humor in his tone. If she'd been behind the plant, maybe he wouldn't have found her. This seemed like as good a place as any to fulfill my new babysitting duties. Clay cleared his throat as he turned his back to the room.
Your duty is to make sure shooting stars artists are portrayed in a positive light. When we discussed signing Chance Colburn, you assured me you would continue in that role. Have you changed your mind?
Damn it. Childish was not Naomi's style. After 7 years, she should have moved beyond Chance's betrayal, and she'd believed she had, until Clay brought him up in a staff meeting the previous fall. Apologies, she said, softening her words. It's been a long, stressful week.
Anything I should know?
The sigh escaped before she could stop it. Just family stuff. Naomi swirled the wine in her glass, wishing it was a gin and tonic. Some might see serving wine at an alcoholic's birthday party as an odd choice, especially when said birthday boy's recent stint in rehab was so well documented. But unless his opinions had changed in 7 years, Chance still considered anything concocted in a vineyard pansy-ass grape juice. Early May meant planning Naomi's parents' annual Memorial Day blowout, an obscenely over-the-top cookout that her mother loved to put on, which would be fine if she'd planned the thing alone. Instead, she'd roped her younger daughter into the task that would someday lead Naomi to take up Chance's bad habits. Facing the gathering once again, Clay gracefully lifted a wine flute from the tray of a passing waiter.
As the saying goes, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family.
I'd be fine with the one I have if they could run their own lives without requiring my constant assistance. Naomi loved her family. She really did. Most of the time.
Have you ever considered telling them no?
Clay asked. Half joking, she said, You can do that?
Nothing wrong with setting boundaries, even with family.
Signaling to a guest who'd just walked in, he added,
I need to pay my respects to Samantha Walters. With Dylan's contract up for renewal, I'm hoping to learn what kind of a deal she has in mind.
Leaning closer, he whispered,
Mingle, Naomi? That's an order.